Okay, let's dive right into this explainer of Aura. This is the Vanguard Prime Private Wealth app, submitted for IDBI Innovate 2026. This platform is taking a massive swing at democratizing private banking. We're talking about taking those premium financial tools that are usually locked away for the ultra-wealthy and putting them directly into your pocket. So let's see exactly how they pull this off.
Here's our quick roadmap for how Aura is transforming exclusive wealth management into an accessible, everyday tool for the average Indian household. We're going to cover the wealth management divide, breaking the language barrier, AI-powered wealth strategists, simulating portfolio stress tests, and we'll wrap up with smart tracking and milestones.
All right, first up, Section 1, the Wealth Management Divide. Traditionally, securing institutional-grade wealth management in India has been heavily guarded, right? Huge barriers to entry. The old way essentially leaves everyday savers locked out, totally pushed away by intimidating jargon and super rigid interfaces. Well, Aura completely dismantles that dynamic. They shift the whole paradigm to a highly inclusive ecosystem. It actually speaks to you rather than talking down to you.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, breaking the language barrier.
Because, let's be real, financial trust starts with basic comprehension. With just a single click of the language selector, users can plan their financial futures in their native tongue. By instantly translating the entire suite into regional languages like Hindi, Tamil, Bengali, and Marathi, Aura makes sure complex concepts are never lost in translation. It builds immediate accessibility by communicating with people exactly where they're most comfortable. It's a real game changer.
Moving on to Section 3, AI-powered wealth strategists. Okay, we are officially replacing those sterile, unhelpful help bots of the past. The ones that just spit out FAQ links. Instead, you get a pocket-sized, highly specialized private wealth team, and they have distinct investment philosophies. Arya acts as your conservative wealth preserver. Marcus specializes in balanced portfolio growth, and Elena is laser-focused on high-conviction market alpha. So say you're worried about inflation. You just select Arya, ask your question, and watch a tailored, professional response stream right in.
Behind the scenes, these virtual advisors securely route your queries through an express backend straight to Google's Gemini LLM. It completely demystifies complex economic concepts, all based on your personal risk appetite, and most importantly, it's highly interactive and perfectly safe. It guarantees the advice you're getting is hyper-personalized to your unique financial footprint.
All right, Section 4, simulating portfolio stress tests.
This right here is the absolute cornerstone of the advisory model. This is where Aura moves from just offering advice to providing actionable visual data to tackle risk anxiety head-on. Because modern investors absolutely shouldn't have to wait for a recession to realize their portfolio is too risky, right? Using a highly interactive interface, you can visualize and adjust your real-time allocations across equities, bonds, gold, and cash, literally just by sliding the percentages around.
But you have to wonder, how resilient is that allocation actually? Well, you can actively run historical macro scenario tests. With a single click, you can stress test your exact portfolio against major historical shocks. We're talking the 2008 global financial crisis, a severe inflation spike, or that crazy volatile post-COVID market recovery. Simulating a massive historical drop visually reinforces the power of active diversification. The app generates a secondary progress bar and an overlay chart showing you exactly how your current portfolio would fare versus a newly reallocated, safer one, allowing you to apply those advisor-recommended adjustments back to your core ledger instantly. That makes risk management incredibly tangible. It's literally putting the power in your hands.
And finally, Section 5, smart tracking and milestones. Daily discipline is the foundation of wealth building, plain and simple. Aura Spend Tracker actively parses your transaction histories, but it goes way beyond basic bookkeeping. It actually uses an AI-driven predictive model to flag unusual spending spikes before they derail your budget. Plus, it calculates exactly how much surplus capital you can safely deploy for investing.
And this seamlessly feeds right into the goal planner. This is where you translate your aspirations into actual realities. So, say you set a goal for a dream home in Mumbai or maybe a retirement corpus. You just adjust your monthly systematic investment plan contributions with a slider, and the interactive engine scales your compound interest target graph upward, dynamically in real time. It's so cool to see. Showing the precise breakout between your direct contributions and the heavy lifting done by compound interest makes sticking to those goals incredibly rewarding. These interactive visual ledgers prove that your money is actively working for you. It transforms the often tedious act of saving into a highly engaging, milestone-driven journey.
So, to bring it all together, by combining conversational multilingual generative AI, historical stress testing, predictive budgeting, and goal-based compounding, Aura is fundamentally redefining modern private banking for IDBI Innovate 2026. This platform proves without a doubt that high-end wealth advisory can be simple, inclusive, and accessible to everyone.
The ultimate vision driving Aura is really a collaborative transformation of the digital financial landscape. It's an open invitation. Let's build, integrate, and transform digital wealth together. It's about reshaping how everyday savers build and interact with their digital wealth.
Think about how these democratized tools can change your own trajectory. When you have access to the exact same robust stress testing and AI-driven strategies that institutional investors use, the limits on your financial growth pretty much disappear. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I want to leave you with this one question. How will you manage your financial future now that institutional-grade advisory is sitting right there in your pocket?